I'm Jeremy Wilson. I own Build People. We're a search recruitment company specialising in building and construction. We're entering a period of real buoyancy and optimism. We're certainly pretty excited around the office at the moment. We're noticing that our job listings have increased, and that's no real surprise if you actually look at the market and what the market is doing. If you look at housing consents, you're looking at a 50% increase December 2015 on December 2014, which doesn't even begin to address the fact that we need 14,500 homes a year in Auckland, and we're nowhere near that volume, so there's still a lot of work to be done, and that's only something which is going to increase. Available jobs in commercial, I think, went from somewhere around I think $5 billion to almost a $6 billion increase in the last 12 months. That's substantial. It's a 20% increase in commercial consents. So it's inevitable that we're going to get busier and busier, and that the demand for very good construction staff and very good staff to work on behalf of suppliers and building merchants is only going to increase. I think specifically construction professionals. Every single person that I'm talking to that owns or runs a construction company currently is telling me that they have, either a concern about, where they're going to get talented people from, or B, they've got roles right now that they're struggling to find people for. So when you look at the market and start thinking about or start looking at in-demand candidates, I think construction professionals, particularly involved with quantity surveying, or site management, there's an absolute shortage of those candidates in the market currently. And I think as well on the supplier side, an area which has always been in demand, not just I think for the current market, but also historically, have been very good specification representatives. So that's a person who works on behalf of a supplier to the industry and is typically dealing with architects, engineers or specifiers for the purpose of securing product specification into a commercial project. Great BDMs are always in demand. People that have got an existing client base in the industry, people that have got a necessary network of contacts to become immediately effective for a supplier. Always popular and always in demand, especially when you find, when we find a highly capable person in that area. It's really only a matter of us making some phone calls out to a select bunch of employers for us to find an opportunity for a person like that. I don't really know that they've got to do that much, frankly. I think that if you are good at your job, it's inevitable that somebody like me is going to come knocking on your door sooner or later. Because the fact is that you're in a market where demand outweighs supply. And that means that in a market where, a recruitment market where person-to-person contact has become increasingly automated, I think that it's a case of the more things change, the more they stay the same. And what I'm getting at there is that candidates don't really have to do that much, because ultimately the smart employers that are able to realise that they're going to have to proactively get out and actually start talking to people, as opposed to sending them email after email or trying to find them on LinkedIn or any of that kind of stuff that everyone else is doing, those smart employers are going to be able to choose from the top candidates. And really candidates can expect that sooner or later, if they're a construction professional that's got a host of good projects under their belt, then someone like me is going to come knocking. We're going to have lunch, we're going to talk about your career, and you're going to learn during that lunch that there's some very exciting opportunities out there.